radar vectors 441 and as filed. 1,500, expect 3,000 at 10.
All right, Andrew up there again for a second flight in the old SNJ-6. Jay here in the backseat. And today I believe is the 9th, January 2000.
Planet runway 33, he'll be exiting on Charlie, going to Stein 51 where the P-51s are parked.
Seem to have a big yellow bus in front of us.
Yeah, I think we can fit through though.
Okay.
Just get enough speed up and we'll fit right through there.
What do you mean, just hop over the top, yeah?
All right, I don't think we have quite that good a performance. Oh, okie dokie.
Seems like we got a little fella going there.
Yeah, he kind of cut us off there, that's all right.
That's bad etiquette, that?
Well, you know, it's a matter of, he officially, according to the rules, because he was to our right, had the right of way. But it's just a matter of simple facts. If we can't see straight ahead, if he can't see my face and realize that I see him to stop, then it wasn't too smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fort Juliet Tango, thank you, sir, and hold short 33 on Charlie.
Hold short 33 on Charlie, 4 Juliet Tango.
And tower, Texan 2 is behind Fort Juliet Tango out to the active for a 30-minute hop southwest.
Texan 2, Kissimmee ground, follow 4 Juliet Tango, taxi runway 33, hold short 33 on Charlie, wind 33012, altimeter setting 3014.
Roger that, Texan 2, okay to go down to Bravo?
Texan 2, hold short 33 on Bravo.
I will hold short runway 33 on Bravo, Texan 2. We'll do the old cut him off at the pass trick here.
Fort Juliet Tango, cross runway 33 on taxiway.
Now this is bad etiquette right here.
So you're going to sneak in front of him,
That's the plan.
And did you ask for clearance first, yeah?
I asked to go to this taxiway and he told me to hold short. We'll see if I beat him. If not, that's the way it goes.
I didn't see that.
Me either. That little brake fade there.
Texan 2, cross 33 on Bravo.
Clear to cross on Bravo, Texan 2.
Better hope they're not Firestones.
No, this is a GM, not a Ford. Taxiing behind a nose wheel on this airplane, they tend to go a little bit slower than we do, which is fine, but and they go straight, so it makes it real hard for us to see them. If you're taxiing behind another tail dragger, you set up so that when we're turning left, he's turning right. You get a nice, clean view of him. Yeah. But with the nose wheel, you have to make a lot more turns, and it really wears out our equipment a lot faster. That's the hardest part on the airplane, is taxiing to the runway, and the tires in particular, and torque links too.
Yeah, I can guess that. I mean, if you're turning all the time against the kind of direction of the way that the plane want to go, it's going to wear the rubber out.
Exactly, and the tires aren't cheap. $375 a piece brand new. To get them recapped is about $200, so plus shipping.
Yeah, I was reading even the large jets, they get retreads, so they don't go for new ones, do they?
No, quite often that's the case. A retread is actually a little harder compound of rubber, so it tends to last a little bit longer. And just so long as it's safe. Our landing speeds are significantly slower than most of the modern jet aircraft. So we don't have to worry about them de-treading, if you will.
Yeah, you certainly haven't got the weight either, have you?
No, not the weight or... The footprint is quite... Well, the footprint's the important part when you're talking about weight. How far is the weight spread out on the tire? And of course, a jet typically has, like a Learjet, for instance, I believe has 2 tires on them, each main wheel landing gear. Where a Citation only has 1, but a very narrow tire. So a very heavy footprint on a Citation makes it very hard for them to taxi off-road. Like we have a very low footprint, so we're good to go. We can taxi in wet grass and keep moving without sinking in, you know?
Yeah, I noticed the cross-country job there.
Yeah, just a bit. Tower, Texan 2 is ready at 3-3.
Texas 2, Kissimmee Tower, left turnout approved, clear for takeoff, helicopter inbound from northwest.
Roger that. We'll watch for the chopper, cleared to go on 3-3, Texan 2. All right, flight controls are free and correct. Shoulder harness lock, flaps up, trim set, fuel's on the right tank, plenty in there. Mixture propeller full forward, mags on both, altimeter set. Here we go. We'll even turn the encoder on for him.
Coming 3-1 uniform, cleared to land.
Clear to land, 3-1 uniform.
I see the gears down.
Yeah, should be in the aft position, those pins, which would mean it should be up, right?
Tower, Forestry 3-1.
Yeah, they're in the,
They should be back, right, towards you?
they are in the back in the up position, yeah.
That's it. I'll just get us out of the traffic pattern, Andrew, and then we'll have you take over.
Yeah, sure.
Kissimmee, Forestry 3-1.
See my vehicle down there.
Yeah, right over the museum.
Texan 1, 2 mile left base.
Texas 1, you number 2, following a Grumman Tiger half-mile final. He is a full stop, and you want a full stop also?
Yes, please. Full stop and taxi back. Look with the Grumman.
Okay, you got the Grumman?
Not yet.
Okay, he's quarter-mile final.
Okay.
Definitely a lot lumpier up here than it
Kissimmee
was
Tower,
last time.
Forestry 3-1.
I'm sorry, say again, Andrew?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot lumpier up here, a lot bumpier than last time.
Is it?
Texan 1, there's
Yeah, as we climb a bit, it'll smooth out. We're just passing through 1,300 feet here, and we're clear of the pattern.
Texas 1, if you want to fly through final and then a right 270 back to final, you can do that.
Will do, and we got them in sight now.
902 Hotel Sierra, you can proceed to Marathon. Traffic short final for full stop is a Grumman runway 33.
Okay, I'll cross the center line and do a right turn down to the base of the tower. 902 Hotel Sierra.
You see the large orange on the right hand side?
Yes.
That's where my
Hey,
family
Hotel
are
Sierra, you
right
park it
now.
over
Oh,
here,
okay.
don't you?
Going to the base of the tower over there where Sergio parks.
You ready to take over?
Yep,
You remember how everything works?
I think so.
All right.
Kissimmee Tower, Skyhawk 734 Juliet Tango is ready to go at 3-3.
We just hold the stick and it's driven down to climb, yeah?
Exactly. 120 will be the speed, and the power is as it is, set at 32,000 to climb, 450 horsepower.
Lane 24470.
Yeah, Juliet Tango airplane just called up, ready to take off. See, that's why we didn't want to be behind him.
70 Kissimmee Tower.
Which aircraft was that now?
That was that white Cessna that pulled in front of us at the on the ramp.
2 miles.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I took the shortcut to meet.
33. Winds at 300 at 14, altimeter 3014.
Yeah, it seems like I've got to do a bit more work this time with the stick.
With a little bit of turbulence, will do that.
Turn there, please.
Yeah.
Just remember, if it ever feels like it's kind of getting out of control a little bit, just relax the pressure on the stick and let the airplane level itself out. It'll almost do all the work for you.
Taxiway, taxi, please.
So we've just gone through 3,000, yeah?
Exactly.
Texas 1, I'm sorry, clear to land. Put you in front of it.
And we're heading southwest, yeah?
Yeah. And the airport's directly behind us and 5 miles.
Yeah. Smoothed out now.
Yeah.
Forestry
3,000 it usually does.
43
Yeah.
Kissimmee Tower.
Now, when would I use the rudders? I just normally use the stick for these full corrections.
Exactly. You'd use the rudder as you use the stick. Left stick, left foot, right stick, right foot. And all that's doing is keeping the tail lined up behind the nose. As you use the stick, that causes the airplane to yaw. Which yaw is the vertical axis that comes through the bottom of the airplane, goes through the top of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot smoother now.
Yep, quite a bit.
331, report 1 mile west for landing taxiway Delta helipad. Hey, how you doing? Winds are 300 at 14, altimeter 3014. Cessna 4 Juliet Tango, taxi in position, hold runway 33.
4 Juliet Tango, position hold.
I think last time I was so rigid on the stick, just looking straight ahead, that I wasn't taking a lot in.
As soon as we can...
Well, this is one of the best secrets that I can pass on to you is the airplane was designed to fly. But just remember that you don't have to do anything to make it fly. You only have to make it turn to tell it where to go.
One uniform, tower.
Tower, Texan 2, clear to the southwest. Free change.
Texas 2, frequency change approved.
So we're heading slightly more south now, yeah?
Yeah, a little more south. Let's see, what's the GPS says we're tracking 194 degrees, so we're just 14 degrees right of due south.
And we're doing 110 knots, yeah?
Actually miles an hour in this airplane. Most all World War II aircraft were in miles an hour. The knots hadn't really made their way in there yet. Of course, knots are actually a boat term, nautical term.
Yeah, a knot slower than miles per hour.
Knots are faster. 1 knot is faster than 1 mile an hour.
Okay.
1 nautical mile is 6,000 feet. A statute of miles, what, 5,285? I think that's it.
Right, so...
And we'll just level off here. We're at 55. I'm going to adjust the trims forward. The nose will want to come down. There it goes.
I'll just relax the stick now,
Just relax the stick and let it trim right off. There it is. And I'll make a little adjustment on the power to 1,800 RPM and 25 inches of manifold pressure.
Okay.
And we'll just head for the practice area, which is basically the heading you're on right now.
Okay. So that's approximately 220, yeah, we're heading.
On your heading?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at the compass, now the compass gives you your heading, and the GPS will give us a track over the ground, what we're really doing versus what our nose is pointed at.
Yeah.
Because once you start dealing with wind, just because your nose is pointed due south doesn't mean you're actually tracking over the ground due south.
Yeah.
Because we're actually in a moving air mass. It's very, very uncommon to have an absolutely still day where there's no movement at all on the whole air mass.
So the wind can actually blow you off course, so to speak.
Exactly.
So how did they navigate before GPS if they just had the...
Oh, well, what you do is they had weather stations, and the weather stations all released a balloon up into the air, and that could tell them what the wind was doing, what the temperature was, and there's actually quite a few calculations you need to make to find your true your heading to get your course, so you're flying your true course.
Yeah.
And it's a wind correction is the biggest, of course.
So you would enter that into the calculation, yeah?
Well, yeah, they actually had something they call an E6B, which is a whiz wheel, and it's basically a slide rule in a circle, though. And the whiz wheel would give you your wind correction angle, and thereby, and also give you your ground speed, your estimated ground speed. And then you could do calculations. You'd have a map which tells you exactly how far it is from one lake to the next. Fly over one lake, fly to the next lake, time it, and then you would know your exact ground speed.
Oh, right, yeah.
They call it dead reckoning, and that's what dead reckoning is all about. Is you make a plan first, and then as you're flying the plan, you're checking it all the way to make sure it's working out properly. Let your nose down just a bit. You're just about to get to 6,000 feet. We want to stay just below that for Orlando's airspace.
So we're going slightly nose down now, yeah?
Exactly, just descending. We'll descend our way back down to about 5,700 feet level off there. By the time we get there, we should be clear of Orlando's airspace entirely.
Okay.
Just a little bit of a left turn to head to the section lines on the ground. See how they all point south down there to the left?
Yeah.
Line up with those, and we'll just go approximately south. And then once you're lined up with them, check your compass and see what it says.
Okay.
Very good. Start your rollout. Well done.
Compass now showing 210. Oh, it's certainly
It'll take a little while to come back. When you turn to the south, you have to turn past it, and then it comes back. And when you turn to the north, you have to never turn all the way to north. They say never north and swing by south, because depending on where you are in the longitudinally, or excuse me, laterally in the country, north or south of the equator, you'll have to turn that much past where north and roll out that much earlier than south.
Yeah.
It should say pretty close now. It should be about 185, 190, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas our actual ground track is 178 degrees, so we're just a little bit left of south by 2 degrees.
Right.
Which means that we have a wind that's coming at us from behind and to the right. Because it's blowing us ahead and to the left a bit, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, real good reference for south of us is going to be that smoke down there. You see it? Even though there's hundreds of lakes around and a lot of them look the same. But you can also notice out to the left, virtually unpopulated out there. You see that? There's no large communities or big groups of homes. Over to the right, which is west of us, you can see there's houses everywhere mixed in with the lakes and all kinds of roads and airports and everything.
Yeah.
And then to the due south, we've got nice section lines that point that way, but we've also got that smoke just east of south. Now let's give me a left turn here and we'll turn around to head to the north and see what we can see up there.
So really a 180 turn, what we're doing now, yeah?
Exactly. Just hold that bank angle, keeping the nose even with the horizon, trying to take a glance at your altimeter, make sure you're not going up or down, you're climbing just a bit there. There you go. Just keep it coming right on around. There it is. Now, down underneath us on the left, you can see a lake that kind of has the shape of a horse head. You see it down here?
Yeah, got it.
Yep. That's as far north as we would want to go is about halfway up that lake, because past that, we're in Orlando's airspace again. Roll it out here. Look over to the right, you can see a power plant at our 130 position. Just on the other side of those two big lakes over there, 130, more towards the nose. Right about there.
Yeah, got it.
Out there. And then straight ahead is Disney. And quite a large community, and of course the city of Orlando. You can see some of the buildings up there.
And yeah.
Now give me a little bit of a left turn, 90 degrees, till we head to west. Just gentle back pressure, a little more back pressure. Bending just slightly. There you go, roll it out. Now at our 1230 position, you can see a big old pile of sand out there. You see it? Just right of the nose. Look a little more towards the wing.
Oh yeah.
Look to the right. And now start to come back to the nose and up, back up. If you almost have to look through that little bitty triangular window on the right to see the sand I'm talking about.
The
yep, that's it.
Got it.
Yep, you see it over there? That's right by Zephyr Hills.
Alright.
What a good reference point. I'm just pointing out the things that I use on a quick glance basis to tell where we are.
Yeah.
Another is if you bank to the left here, you can look right under the left wing is another lake. It's very distinct in shape. You see that? I think it looks like a Klingon bird of prey. See it underneath us here?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's another good one. Because of that long peninsula with the island in it, points due north. So that makes a real good reference as well.
Yeah.
Good. Roll out about there. Should we do a couple rolls first to warm up?
Yeah, can do.
All right. You're on a good heading here. Let your nose down to build your speed up to 170. A little steeper. There you go. Now pick it up gently at first. Now a little harder. A little more. Stop. And move the stick all the way to the left as far as it'll go. Under a little left foot to boot. There you go. Hold it right there. Hold it in. Hold it in. Hold it in until you're right side up again. Not quite right side up. Keep a little more coming. There you go. Now pick your nose up. And just keep your nose coming right on up so we're climbing uphill again to gain back that little bit of altitude we dove away getting the airspeed. Good. Hold it right about there.
I really felt the G's on that one.
You did?
Yeah. Wasn't really sure what we were doing. When you said roll, I thought you meant aileron roll.
Yeah, that was an aileron roll.
Oh. I'm confused.
No problem. You want to do it again?
Yeah, it can.
All right. Turn left to the east. Good. Not much for section line, so I'll tell you when to roll out. Good. Right about there. Start to roll out. Very nice. Let the nose down to build the speed up. Again, watching the horizon out in front of us on this one. Now you'll have to kind of use your peripherals to see on both sides of the nose. Pick your nose up. Higher, a little more. Get it up there. Stop. And now roll to the left with left stick and a little left foot. Excellent. Rolling right on around. Gentle forward. Now a little more left foot. And out you come. Headed eastbound again. Right on heading.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Pick your nose up to regain a little bit of altitude.
Yeah, and I see the speed bleeding off there when the nose comes up.
Yeah, it really does. And then you also notice the altimeter wraps around pretty good, headed towards the uphill there.
Oh, yeah.
6,200 feet. Good. Give me a left turn here. And head us towards the Horsehead Lake. It'll be at about a northwest heading, north-northwest. Can you see Horsehead up there to our left?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. Keep it coming. And again, Lake Pierce with that nice peninsula pointing north for us. Good. Roll it out right there. Now remember the deep breath thing I taught you last time where you take a nice deep breath beforehand, then tighten up the abs, chest, and neck and push it out?
Yeah.
We'll definitely want to do that for the split S. Should we do one loop first for warm-up?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Ease the nose down to accelerate us up to 185 miles an hour. Nice and steep. Little steeper. Beautiful. Little left foot on the way down. Just a touch. Perfect. There's 180. We'll let it go to 185. Ease it up gently. Take your nice deep breath. Now tighten up and pull. Push the breath out. Pull a little harder, Andrew. Good. Look at the left wingtip is right out there. Look out on the wingtip. There you are. Straight up. Now look through the roof. Very good. Let it accelerate a little here. Relax, relax. Now take a deep breath. And pull us out. Tightening up against the G's. Pushing the breath out. Helping to fight those G's. And out you come at 180. Good job. How was that?
Yeah, that felt comfortable.
Excellent. And let's turn left to line up at the section lines westbound. And again, the airport in Orlando is off our right wingtip. Good, roll it out right there. And the compass should settle down. Should be mostly on a heading west now.
Yeah, coming back.
Good. Takes a little while. The aerobatics kind of spin it around a bit, you know. All right, now the split S can be a tricky maneuver. The easy way to think about it is you're doing a half a loop from the top, right? Yeah. So what we want to do is we know when we're at the top of a loop, we're awfully slow. And if we tried to roll upside down right now, 145 miles an hour, we'd really be cooking on the bottom. Have to pull about 3.5, 4 G's to get out.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll ease the nose up to slow down. Let it slow down to about 120 miles an hour. At 120, we'll roll inverted, using left stick, left foot, and gentle forward pressure to hold our line. So right here, let's ease the nose uphill to about a 20-degree climb. Good. Hold it. Right here at 120, let's stick left stick in with gentle forward pressure and lots of left foot. A little more left foot. Good. Now we take a nice deep breath. And tighten up hard against the G's and pull. Push the breath out. There's your G's. Recovering at 210 miles an hour. Very good. How you doing, okay?
Oh, yeah, it went a bit dry.
I did too. Let's ease the nose up just a bit. There you go. And hold it right there, and it'll just climb its way right back up to about 6,000 feet. That was on 4. The meters was just below 4, 3.9.
Wow, yeah, that went grey there.
Did it bother your stomach at all, though?
No, not at all.
Okay. Now, I gray out all the time back here. The thing is, the back seat has a bit more G-force than the front seat. And I sometimes have a frisky customer who'll pull a little harder than I'm expecting, and he'll catch me off guard. Once you start to gray out, you'll never get it back until you let the load off the airplane. That's one of the big secrets.
Gotcha. We're actually going down now, yeah?
What, we're headed, what's that?
Are we losing altitude a little
No,
bit?
just a bit. We're at 5,500, headed eastbound. North is off our left with the airport, and the attractions are up there.
Okay.
And give me a bit of a left turn here. this neat little township underneath us here. We call it Triangle City. I'm not sure what it's really called. Everybody's got their own canal. Very good, roll it out there. We'll head over towards Horsehead, then we'll start our way downhill and head for the airport. Just hold your altitude for now though, 5,500 will be fine. Now we've just kind of pointed right into the wind, and our ground speed, even though our indicated speed's 150, it just dropped off to 115 miles an hour. So we're pushing into a pretty decent wind here.
Okay.
Typically the higher you go, the faster you go, but you also encounter harder winds. Now if they're from behind you, that's great, but if you're pushing into them, that's not so good.
Yeah. That would affect the stall speed as well, yeah?
No, the airplane indicated speed is stall speed.
Okay.
And now even though our true airspeed is a little bit higher, and true airspeed is actually more effect on flutter, and that's on the top end though, not on the bottom end. Your stall speed, it'll stall at the same speed at most altitudes, below 10,000. You get up above that, the air gets awful thin. And the speed will change, but how it looks from inside the airplane, the pitch angle that you need to stall will look quite a bit different. But the airspeed will be the same. Now the airspeed on an airplane that it stalls changes all the time, depends on weight, temperature, all that. But the angle of attack will always be the same. That's the one thing about a stall that never changes.
Right.
But in an airplane like this, we have absolutely no idea what our angle of attack is. Modern jets have something called an angle of attack indicator. Jet fighters and jet airliners all have angle. They'll have a couple of them usually because they really rely on it a lot more than we do. But they're operating at much broader range of altitude, all the way up to close to 41,000. Some of those airliners and corporate jets are going up to now.
Yeah.
And then also down to the surface. So the angle of attack is very critical to those guys. Versus us, we go between between the surface and 10,000. Angle of attack doesn't look that much different.
Yeah. On the flight simulator that I've got at home, that angle of attack indicator, I know the one you mean.
It does.
Yeah.
That is actually the best way to tell the stall. Now nowadays they're telling me there's some sort of digital angle of attack indicator, which is very small. If you ever look at a jet, get a close look at a modern jet, it'll look like just a small wedge on the side that's on a pivot, and that's how it's reading the angle of attack. What it's doing is judging the relative wind, which we have no way to do in this airplane.
Yeah.
Because angle of attack has absolutely no bearing on what the horizon is like. It's all about the airplane and the relative wind.
Yeah, that split S was quite right at the bottom of I was pulling through. It really started to weigh on me.
Oh yeah, like I said, right on 4G. So me back here, that puts me well over 880 pounds. So that's a lot of weight for the airplane. Now that also means the airplane, since it was full of gas and you and me in it, is probably right close to 5,000 pounds itself. So at 5,000 pounds times 4, 20,000 pounds the airplane's simulated weight.
That's a hell of a lot of weight.
It sure is. But that's what load's all about. And that's why some airplanes are classified aerobatic, because they can pull that weight. And some of them are aerobatic at a specific weight and not aerobatic at another weight. Like a Cessna 152 has a utility category, which is a higher G limits than normal category. And that aerobatic is even higher so.
Yeah. And this aircraft is fitting out fully aerobatic, yeah?
It is, but it is not certified in the aerobatic category. It is certified in normal category.
Oh, that's great.
But it is also, it has the G limits necessary to be in aerobatic category.
Yeah. When I've seen some of those aerobatic championships, the way they throw those planes around, the pilots must be on incredible speed.
Oh yeah, they're just really acclimated to it. Almost anybody can learn to do it. In fact, the best G tolerance, they say, is somebody who's not very tall, a little overweight with high blood pressure. They can handle the most G's of anybody without blacking out.
So high blood pressure is a good thing.
And you're also quite tall, so now I've got the overweight and the high blood pressure thing going for me, but I'm also tall, so.
Yeah.
Plus I've been practicing.
What's the the G loading on this one? 5?
5.6, yep. 2.3 negative.
I remember when I came up the first time with you, I think I pushed a bit too hard and quickly on the stick.
Yeah, the engine snorted at us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just give me a left turn here. I'm going to roll the trim forward as we do. We're doing a left 270-degree turn to head towards the airport, and I just want to start a gentle descent.
Roll it out.
Nope, keep it coming.
Oh, I thought that was it.
No, not 270 on the heading, a 270-degree turn, which will bring us back to north-northeast again. No, you pass right through 270, which is westbound, of course.
Approach runway 33, Juliet, go fly.
Just a little bit more, keep it coming. And roll it out right about there. Let the nose down, you're holding back pressure.
Okay. Is that the airfield straight ahead?
That it is, I just trimmed the nose down to about 195 miles an hour. Just let it come down, we'll start our descent at about 2,500 feet a minute initial. It'll slow down a bit.
Okay.
Little left turn. Not going to be able to get down low enough here. Very good, roll out right there. Tower, Texan 2 is with you showing 7.5 miles southwest inbound.
Texan 2, report 1 mile to the southwest. I do have a Lear that's all, well, he'll beat you. Report 1 mile left base for runway 33. Winds are 320 at 10, and the altimeter is 3012.
Roger, that will call you 1 mile left base, runway 33, Texan 2.
Juliet Echo Foxtrot, clear to land.
Clear to land, Juliet, Echo Fox.
We'll just have to slow down a little bit here, so I'll trim that nose up a bit.
Pretty bumpy now.
Yep, coming back into it. Of course, we're going quite a bit faster, 200 miles an hour here.
Oh, yeah.
All right, why don't you follow me through and we'll come in here and shoot a landing.
Well, you got it, yeah?
Yeah, I've got it.
Texan 2, you will be following the Lear short final.
Their jet's in sight, Texan 2. And I've got the time for the overhead if it'll work.
Okay, Texan 2, report entering the initial for left turns, and you can break departure in if you like, and for landing 24, winds are, landing 33, winds are 300 at 17.
Roger, that will call you on the short initial for the overhead for left turn, Texan 2.
Yeah, no need to call me on the initial, just call me base.
Okay, base, we're right about there now, coming up on a mile.
Inside.
So we're going straight forward, left turn, then stand that way, yeah?
Well, we'll turn left here. A 90-degree turn to the left will set us up for runway 33. And then we're going to make the overhead, that circling approach. Did we do that last time?
Can't remember.
Okay.
That's runway 33 down there on the left, yeah?
Exactly. 90 degrees are perpendicular to us now.
That's
Got it.
Meriton.
Right turn next taxiway, contact ground 121.7.
121.7 on the right.
Tower, Texan 2, is there anyone behind me?
Nobody behind you, only you.
Roger that. We'll break at the midfield if that'll work then.
That's proof.
Texan 2. Alright, gas on the right tank. Undercarriages, we're waiting for the airspeed to come down a bit. Mixtures, full forward prop set, shoulder harnesses are locked.
At what point do you put the gear down?
At 150 miles an hour.
Okay.
It should be right. As soon as I start the turn, it should slow down to about 150. go. Here comes the gear. There's the left. And the right. Gas on the full tank, undercarriage in the green, mixtures full forward, prop set, shoulder harnesses are locked. $120, we'll get the flaps out.
So we'll be heading roughly 180, 180 down that way.
Yeah, just a little bit. 1.5 we just turned off of 150 degrees. Could be the downwind for runway 33, the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And of course it'll be 330 degrees as we touch down. Provided I do it right, that is. One more time. Gas, undercarriage, mixture, prop, shoulders.
Clear land.
Clear to land, Texan 2.
You didn't need much runway there.
No, it doesn't take much at all.
Texan 2, monitor ground, taxi to Warbird Adventures.
Monitor ground, back to the base, Texan 2.
Air truck standing by for refueling with station on board.
I was expecting you to go a little further south there to come back in.
For the landing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you normally would, but I try to land right at the intersection of the two runways so we don't have to taxi so far.
Okay, sorry.
Sure.
Now, if you were just learning how to fly, of course, you would take it all the way down and go about 3/4 of a mile past the arrival under the runway and then turn in. And
Yeah.
And Juliet Echo Foxtrot, you're looking for an IFR clearance?
Must be pretty nervous doing your first landing.
I'll let you know when I have it.
yeah, it takes a while. That's, of course, the hardest part. Is landing the airplane. Taking off is the second hardest. But that's what takes all the practice.
That MiG looks real good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, except for all the dookie on the tail there. You see all the white stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been in a hangar for 4 years, I guess. And the guy who bought it didn't want to pay hangar rent on it, so put it outside. Foolish. Because black paint doesn't last long in a hot sun environment. Of course, it's been cold lately, so that hasn't been a problem.
Yeah. Where the birds have been perching on it.
Exactly.
Well, I got to do that split S anyway.
Yep.
That was good.
Now that's probably the highest G maneuver we do.
Right.
It's real easy to build up speed too quick in that one, you know?
I remember speaking to Graham about that, and he said you don't want to go into that manoeuvre too.
No, yeah, you want us to be nice and slow, no faster than 120. All right, we made it, Andrew. I'll be back up there and to help you with that gear in just a second. Thanks for coming out again.
Thanks again.
You're welcome.